Yes, and welcome back to the 94 Club for your daily dose of country music. Hey, look, this week I'm feeling so much fresher than last week, so I'm just excited to get into the music. So this week we're featuring Morgan Wallen and his new track, so we're going to take a look at that. We've got Whiskey Myers back, Tyler Childers, Colter Wall, Turnpike Troubadours are back because that was heavily requested again, Charlie Crockett and Devil Makes Three. But next week, what I want you to do when you see this intro, comment down below and let me know some of the good female country music artists. I know a lot of you have been requesting them, but next week we're going to do a heavy focus on the female country artists, and let me know what the good songs are I should listen to. The more independent, the better, I guess, because we want to be showing some new music to all of you. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's see who we've got today. Right, so we're back again. Colter Wall. It's a Wednesday. We're going with 13 silver dollars that was requested on the channel on the last video, and I think it was probably one of the more requested ones. I'm excited to get into this. This is basically storytelling time with Colter, and it's a bit of a masterclass, I think, in the songs that I'm reviewing that Colter's done. It's a masterclass in how to write country music in the 21st century. Yeah, so let's hear it. Let's enjoy it. I know you guys have probably heard this before, but for those of you who haven't, I hope you appreciate it and enjoy listening. But for now, let's get into it.
Was a cold and cruel evening, sneaking up on Speedy Creek. I found myself asleeping in the snow. For one or two odd reasons I ain't too proud to repeat. For now we'll say I had no place to go. There was a rustle and a humming, just hauling down the street. I drew myself up from my icy bed. Painted on that shiny car the letters RCMNP. I can feel a little aching in my head. And then out jumps this old boy about twice the size of me. He asked me for my name and where I dwelt. And I just looked him in the eye and sang Blue Yodel number 9. Didn't catch the reference, I could tell. Then the old familiar click, then the handcuffs bind and grip. He should have left me in the snow where I lay. Well, he just laughed and touched his gun, and turning to me he said, "Son, I bet you don't own a damn thing to your name."
Well, it's such a masterclass in how to write a song and how to tell a story, how to set a scene, that kind of thing. I genuinely think this guy could be a playwright. The way that he writes his music, so he's already painted a solid picture, and I thought he was done telling that part of the story, so I kept leaning in ready to pause, and I couldn't, because he was still telling the story of him waking up and being found by this guy. And the story hasn't moved on too much, and we've gone through like 3 or 4 little verse parts of the song. But yeah, it's so good. I mean, we're getting to the end. I'm interested to see how it's going to go. There's a little bit of me that thinks he might gun him down, but I really don't know. I've not read ahead. I've not listened ahead, so I don't know. And there's got to be a link to 13 silver dollars coming up. Maybe that's all he owns, right? I don't know. We'll get into it and we'll see anyway. But I'm enjoying it.
I got my health with John B. Stetson. I got me a bottle full of baby's bluebird wine. I left my stash somewhere down in Preston, along with 13 silver dollars in my mind.
I'm going to pause it again because I know we're very near the end of the song, but I just love strings, man. I love that. Is it a violin or a violin? I'm not sure. I think it's a violin. I just love it. It sounds beautiful on within this sort of music. Let's carry on.
I got my help, John B. Stetson. I got me a bottle full of baby's bluebird wine. I left my stash somewhere down in Preston, along with 13 silver dollars in my mind. Along with 13 silver dollars in my mind. Thank you.
Yeah, Colter Wall, You Are Good Fun. That was a shorter song. It was a very sweet song. I've said it before. I just like it. I like the setup. I like the storytelling, and then that straight link from "I bet you don't own a damn thing" to your name, and then he goes, "I got my health, my John B. Stetson, got me a bottle full of baby's bluebird wine, and I left my stash somewhere down in Preston, along with $13 in my mind, 13 silver dollars in my mind." And he's like, "That's all I need to enjoy myself. That's all I need to have fun." And this is basically like anti-materialistic, whatever it is. You don't want to get caught up in that, and that sort of lifestyle you see a lot on Instagram. And there's a real challenge these days between people who think having all these material possessions are incredible, but actually there is so much more to life than that. And that's what he's saying here. This is all I need to get by. I just love that reference to Stetson. Obviously that's the hat, right? I know that's got to be the hat. And that's all I need. Like, just the things that make me feel country, make me feel at home, make me feel warm, that's all I need. So I think it's good. Obviously, like I say, the start of the song starts off so well. He paints this scene of he's just woke up from a hangover and he sort of crashes wherever he lands, and he's a bit of a nomad in a way, I think. But yeah, he's like, I found myself sleeping in the snow. You got to be careful of that. I wouldn't be falling asleep in the snow because you could die of hypothermia. But hey, that's different from what we're saying in the song. For one or two reasons I ain't too proud to repeat. So obviously he did some things the night before he ain't proud of. For now, we'll say I had no place to go. There was a rustle and humming. This was a guy pulling up, I think, just a hauling down the street. I drew myself up from my icy bed, painted on that shiny car the letters RC, M and P. What is that? I'm guessing it's like, I reckon obviously it's like a police car, right? There is something you're going to have to help me with. I am going to Google it after, but I always think your insight is better than whatever shows up on Google. This little bit, so where he says, out jumps this old boy about twice the size of me. He asked me for my name, where I dwell. So where he lived. I just looked him in the eye and sang Blue Yodel number 9. This is what I need some help with. You let me know what Blue Yodel number 9 is, and this will make the song a lot more clearer for me, because I think that's probably going to be a part of the story that I'm missing. If it's a song, I'm going to listen to it, but I might save that for a review if it's a song. Let me know anyway. Give me some context. I kind of need the help on that one. Because the way that I'm getting is this guy has a little like sarcastic tone in his nature, because that's when he goes on and he goes and the old familiar click and the handcuffs binding grip. He should have left me in the snow where I lay. He just laughed and touched his gun and turning to me, he says, "Son, I bet you don't own a damn thing to your name." So this cop's being condescending to him, and that's where he goes into that like chorus at the end, and he starts saying, actually, well, these are the things I do own, and this is all I need. So yeah, I really enjoyed the song. Colter Wall is brilliant. If anyone asks me, like I said in that Whiskey Myers video earlier this week, if anyone asks me what country music should sound like, I'm going to say Colter Wall. Go listen to him. That's real country. I am getting a bit persuaded away from other country music because I do talk about even pop country is country. It's just different country. It's very generic. This obviously isn't pop country, and the definition of pop is popular. This isn't, like, it's popular, right? But it's got 13 million views. Is it 13 million or 3 million? It's got a couple of million views, but it's not. Right, the thing is about this sort of music. Yeah, you know, we say we want it to be played on radio stations and stuff, and there will be digital radio stations that'll play this, but it's quite niche. And we don't want to force this on people that don't care for it. This is beautiful music. If people don't care for it, then fine, we'll keep this to ourselves. But this is the real root of country. This is where that richness and that sound comes from. You know, other people do make music that I think sounds good, but it doesn't have this richness to it all the time, and I like it. And it's like, you know, if you were people enjoying wine, for example, or enjoy whiskey, you can enjoy it without being a connoisseur, right? You can enjoy wine, you can enjoy whiskey without knowing everything about it and knowing that richness and heritage of where it comes from. Colter is a fine wine or a fine whiskey, old aged barrel, straight off that top shelf backroom smoke. That it's just lovely stuff, and it sounds brilliant. So yeah, I've gone on a bit. I don't know why I'm comparing him to wine and whiskey. But yeah, it's like I'm looking at that Jameson's and I'm thinking, hey, I might pour myself a glass just to enjoy it with Colter. But no, I'm going on. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest videos. We do play Colter Wall every Wednesday on this channel, and you will listen along with me, and I'll share my opinion and tell you what I think of it. But also, please hit subscribe. We are growing quite the community. We're over 1,400 subscribers now. I didn't think it would even get here. It's crazy to think about. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying doing this. I'm enjoying talking to you guys in the comments after. I'm enjoying reading your conversations between each other because I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about country. And it's because of you guys. You know, I wouldn't find this out by myself. I wouldn't have found Colter Wall if it wasn't for people requesting him. So I've got a lot to thank you all for. And I'm very, very appreciative. So yeah, thank you. But for now, I'm going to stop going on and I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Thank you. Peace.